Hey, it's Drew Neiser, and I'm here with another Tuesday tip, and I've got some great CMOs. 2021 is right around the corner. We wanted to get some thoughts on things that you might not have thought about as you plan out 2021. First up is Lynne Capozzi, who's the CMO of Acquia. Lynne, what's your thought for your fellow CMOs?
Well, first of all, my thought is I'm super optimistic about 2021. Let me say that first, because I do think it's going to be a much better year for all of us. And I'd say since things are still changing so rapidly, maybe one piece of advice would be, don't nail down a full year plan all at the same time. Keep some flexibility so that throughout the year you can make adjustments as market changes and market conditions changes. So
all right.
That would be my advice.
So we've got sort of 1.5 there. 1, be optimistic, and 2, stay agile. Be sure to make sure that you have room in your budget to either shift it by quarter or by tactic. Okay. Next up is Katie Risch of CMO of Centro. Katie, what's your tip for 2021 planning?
Sure. So I definitely agree with Lynn, and I would also add in to be mindful of team burnout and team morale. 2020's been a tough year. It's been a long year in a lot of ways. So keep that in mind, and look for quick wins and kind of short iterative planning that sets your team up for success. So I would say iterative planning, and then really look for those quick wins that are going to keep morale high across the team.
And I love that idea. So the part of what the thinking, and we just had a conversation about this in CMO huddles, that the power of the quick win is with so many things being canceled in 2020, it's just nice to have something get to completion, and so they can see the fruits, the seeds blossom into fruits. Okay, so agility, and watch out for team burnout, and make sure that you get some things actually done to the finish line. Okay, next up, Gabi Zijderveld of Affectiva. Gabi, did I get that right?
You did.
Oh, good, I'm sorry. What's your tip for 2021 planning?
Yeah, to build on what was just said, I think we need to have a lot of flexibility. I too would like to be optimistic, and to a certain extent am, but I do think we're going to have some unexpected surprises coming our way in 2021. So my focus is going to be to look at the things that are immediately ahead, do those well, do those in great detail, things that are several months out, plan them maybe a bit broader, and definitely come up with a backup plan, a what-if scenario in case something happens, so that we don't get surprised, like many of us did earlier in the year.
There you go. All right, so we're gonna make sure that in our plan there's a backup, a plan B. Okay, Eric Eden, CMO Postclick. What's your bring us home here, Eric? We need something. Just wow, I didn't think of that one for 2021.
Well, the struggle has been real in 2020, but part of being a great marketer is being optimistic. I suggest for 2021, thinking through resource planning. If it's likely that there will be a vaccine to most people by the middle of the year next year, the key is, how do you best use the next 3 to 6 months? Timing is everything. So how do you plan out the next 3 to 6 months? How do you use the time wisely to prepare what will be happening in the second half of the year? It'll be different by each industry, but I think it's something interesting for all businesses to think through, is the resource planning and when to use your bullets.
Awesome. I love that. Okay, so we covered, you got to be agile and flexible with your planning and your budget. You got to make sure that you brought your team through this program. When it comes to research planning and so forth, making sure that you have a plan B. Now, the last thing I wanted to throw in here is, let's assume Eric is right and we can be optimistic and there is going to be a vaccine. Think about experiences and physical experiences and taking advantage of that, because we're all going to be wanting to travel. And so to the extent that you're ready to deliver an experience that is surprise and delight your customers and your prospects, you'll be ahead of the game for those who said, nah, that's not going to happen until 2022. All right, that's your Tuesday tip. Thanks for listening.